and to sort these bad boys out. So hopefully I can serve a little less caveman. So firstly, I'm just gonna cleanse the area. I feel like it's very important. Like I've already sort of got, you can see a bit of an ingrained moment there from the last time I did it, which is ages ago. Probably need to do something about that, but yeah. Alright, so just gonna make sure that I cleanse the entire area nicely on both of them, and this is gonna help me get a nice like smooth wax as well. Just gonna wait for those to dry very quickly. Okay, so sorry, this lighting is not great. Let's see if I can sort that out. But firstly, I'm just going to brush them out so I can sort of see what I am working with. Nice. So just sort of go up with that part. Probably am not doing this right, but you know what? Don't care. This is how I do it. So yeah, sort of just go up and a bit to the side and down here. Alright, and then I can really clearly see what needs to be taken out, what needs whippersnipping. I swear to God, they're so hairy. So I'm going to be using this little wax wand. They're really handy. Just means you can do it yourself and take your time, which I guess is nice. But yeah, definitely recommend to give it a bit of a rub, just to make sure the wax is softened a little bit. Otherwise it's really tricky to apply and very easy to fuck up. Yeah. Alright, so I'm just going to focus on one side at a time. So yeah, once I've got that softened, I'm just going to firstly apply the wax. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to, I'm gonna do my best. Sorry, I have to hold my face. I don't know why, it's like a comfort thing. I'm gonna do my best to follow the top of my brow just to clean it up a little bit and let it set for just a second so it gets nice and tacky, and then use a little bit of fabric. In this kit that I've got, they include it, which is great. I think it's just like a linen, something like that. And so applying it now, and these are reusable strips, so I'm just trying to use a bit that is like not bang in the center, you know what I mean? And just giving it a gentle stroke with the grain of the hair. Okay, so once that's done, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I didn't get too much there, but just gonna do one more pass with the strip, because I don't know if that actually took it all off, and you don't want wax just like stuck to your face. It's really annoying to remove. Okay, 1, 2, oh, nice. So we've got a little bit more definition there, which is lovely. Once again, apologies about this lighting. Something I will hopefully get better with in the future. But you can see there's a little bit more definition on the top there, which is lovely. I think I might have let this wax off in a little bit too much, so it didn't pull too much hair. Now, the bottom I'm really, actually I'll do the side I think next. So I like to do just like one clean line, just down there. Sorry, I'm just gonna do that in the mirror. I might be like out of shot a little bit there, but just trying to do one clean line, and it's best just to go bit by bit if you can. I don't want to take it all off because it's hard to go back once you've removed too much. Okay, so just letting that sit, and I'm just gonna let it hopefully cool a little bit. That is looking a lot cleaner, which is lovely. Don't worry if there are a few still a few stray hairs there and here and there, because what I'm gonna do is go back over afterwards with my tweezers and just get rid of those little strays, and also define where needed as well. My God, sorry if this is gross, but you can see I really took off a lot there. All for good reason. My God, they were so out of control. Now, in terms of the bottom, I feel like I just sort of wing it, which is probably not the best way to go about things, but you know what? You gotta start somewhere. So I'm just trying to follow the base of the brow first. I'm just gonna go, right, there we go. And I'm just gonna do half at a time, I think. I'm just using the opposite side of the one I just used. So apologies. If you can see that little blob there, you know what it is. Alright, cool. So, and sorry, I should have said this before, but pulling against the grain of the hair is going to get you the best removal. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that hardly did anything, which is really I'm gonna grab myself a fresh strip because I feel like I'm getting a sticky. Not in a fun way either, but right, so I still got the wax on there. I can very much like feel it. So I'm just gonna be really nice and careful to make sure that my fabric or material is properly adhered to the section where I just applied the wax. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, that hardly did anything. Alright, so I'm just gonna try, no, I did take a little bit off before. That's good. I'm going to attack this area here. Now what I like to do is like pull my eyebrow taut because it is a little bit tricky to apply properly, and I'm just going to swipe across with a gentle curve. Alright, cool. I've done a big bit there. I normally like to go little sections, but you know what? Just going all out today. Why not? Why not? Alright, and let's just let that set a little bit. Oh god, I hope this is alright. It's sort of just really went for it, but you gotta do it. You want drastic change? You need to take drastic measures. Okay. So, here we go. Just finished the waxing part, and now I've got to go in and just tidy them up a little bit. Just ignore the redness, like that will happen. We will deal with that after. Also, I should have mentioned this earlier, but if there is any wax remaining on your skin, just get a clean little piece of the cloth that you had before, and you just want to like gently remove that. Okay. Otherwise it is quite hard to get off. You need something like oily. I will use a little bit of jojoba oil just to remove the excess. Okay, cool. Because we don't want sticky brows. Who knows what you'll attract and let cling to you. Not nice. Okay, so I'm just going to use a little bit of jojoba. And the oiliness of it is just going to help to remove a little bit of the excess wax. And jojoba is also really good for preventing ingrains. Okay, so now basically I'm just going to go in with my tweezers. Ideally, you want to do this with a better light than what I'm currently working in, but you know what? We make it work. And just getting those little hairs that we missed before. Okay, stunning. Just gonna make sure I use my little spoolie to give them a brush once again, just so I can do a final little check. Now you can see that I kept them on the bushy side. That's because I'm like, I don't know, I like the look of the natural brow with a little bit of poise. Yeah, this is just a chance to go and refine, and yeah, I probably went a little bit too hard there, but you know, we live, we learn. That's really looking so much better. Okay. Just ignore the redness, but you can see what a major improvement that, you know, small amount of time actually did. And obviously because they're so red and they do want to go out very shortly, I'm just going to grab a tiny bit of concealer, not too much. Just going to apply a little dot here, and a little bit above as well. Now I would normally do this like at night time, and then I obviously wouldn't need to put on concealer. But anyway, so just touching in that concealer. Okay. Just a tiny bit more in places. Also, what I should have mentioned before as well was when you are pulling, like when you are doing the waxing and actually pulling the strip or whatever you're using, just make sure you hold your skin taut. Otherwise it can potentially rip your skin and it can irritate it further, which is not what we want. Really, my goodness. Thank God for concealer. So it's still a little bit of redness there. Look, the concealer even sharpened it up a little bit. Probably need a little bit more here and there, but here's our final result. Went from caveman to sheep.